The other thing I would like to add is that she has said land appreciates in value. The purpose of an investment is that it makes you money. Now, land makes you money whilst you are sleeping. And by the way, Warren Buffett said, if you have not found a way to make you money whilst you are asleep, you will work for the rest of your life. So land appreciates in value every year, irrespective of where it is. And it's earning, as it appreciates, one day you'll sell it more. That is the time you will get your money. But most people will try and tell you, because you're not getting money every month, then it's a dormant investment. Land is not a dormant, it is appreciating without you doing anything. And by the way, you can also do other things. You can farm on it, you can rent it out and be earning money from it. But even the land on its own is appreciating in value. So don't let anyone tell you that it's an old way of investing. That's number one. Number two, I want to add from what she said. She taught me another skill. You know, by the time I met her, by the way, I was a law graduate, I was an advocate, I'd worked in the bank. And I realized, as people who are so learned, hatujui maneno ya pesa. We just know earning. There's a lot of money, a lot of lessons we don't know about money. So one lesson I learned is, in answer to the question I just asked her, ukiwekelea pesa hapa, you know, you're supposed to place 10% of the purchase price. If you agree, if the person selling to you agrees to 10%, na uwekelee hapo 10%, I tell you for sure, because you have done that, and the universe or God has seen that you've done that, the rest will come with time. Yeah? So she taught me ni kuwekelea. In fact, she also taught me another thing. Maybe you want to buy 1 acre, but you don't have all that money. So you have a friend, but the friend has money. So you tell your friend, wewe wekelea, tutatafuta pesa in the next 90 days, if the sale agreement is for 90 days. And sure as, I'm a Christian, so I can't say sure as, you know what goes next. But for sure, you will get that other money. Because you've already shown the universe, you are determined, and you have a goal. In fact, I always tell people, always start an investment. Hata una hiyo pesa ya kufanya hiyo investment yote, wewe wekelea tu, but now your brain will start working. Yeah? Your brain will start thinking of ways and means of coming up with that money. But kama unaenda kulala and you sleep there paka kesho asubuhi, then you wake up to go and do whatever it is you do for a living, you're not growing. You should not be sleeping all those hours, you know. And of course, I know there are those people who sleep is the most important. Yes. But in Africa, we sleep too much. We don't need to do that. Always have an uncompleted investment. That way, your brain is going to work. That way, you're going to make more money. And those are called assets. At the end of the day, they're called assets. And assets are the ones you hear Robert Kiyosaki saying that assets are the ones that make you wealthy. Okay, now, the other question, Wangari, is that land is an old way of thinking. It is an old way of thinking. That is how Gen X's, akina sisi and our parents, boomers, used to think. Is it an old way of thinking?
Before I answer that, let me add something on what you have said. When you are going to buy a property, as you said, you are supposed to pay 10% of that property. When you pay the 10%, you are allowed to go survey the land. And you can even negotiate with the owner that, let me subdivide this land, allow me to subdivide it, I sell it, and then I'll be paying you. One, you cannot be rich when you walk alone. You can't. It will be tiresome. So when many, you can walk far. So you need to apply the rule of the buffalo, of many in walking together. Buffaloes never walk alone, because it knows that in the jungle, if it walks alone, meets with the lion, it will be supper or lunch for the lion. But when there are many, it will be a struggle for the lion to kill one. So apply the rule of the buffalo, look for your flats, sell your idea, and you only need to start with that idea. Look for a shamba. The Lord says, I fulfill the desires of your one's heart. So your desire, when you desire that land, and you are really praying for it, the first thing you start like now going, looking for land without even knowing where you are going. And me myself, I started this journey in 1999. I don't know what I was looking for, but we walked with a lady for about 15 kilometers to look for land. Land, I didn't have money. Land, I didn't know where I would get money from, but we were looking for land. And I can tell you why the Lord fulfills the desire. The home that we entered, next to it there was land. So I asked this lady, she told me, even this one is being sold. Do you know what I said? That land will be mine. That land will be mine. Because Joshua aliambiwa, popote utaweka miguu yako hapa, you acquire it. So I believe that my faith, I am a woman of faith. So many years, that land is mine. Many years, people tried to bought it, nothing, until they sold for me 2 acres, and then they sold me another acre. Those years, today I'm selling that piece of land at 4.5, a quarter, 4.5. So first is that desire, the idea being in your mind, and to desire to own something. You desire. I decided that I'll be having 3 titles in a year, and I usually get them. But I have one thing that I usually say: a title is a title, whether it is in Karen, whether it is in Kisii, whether it is in Nyeri, is a title. So me, what I always desire is to have 3 titles in a year, and it's possible. I can have a title of 100,000. It's a title. I can have a title of 3 million. It's a title. You can have a title of 40 million. It's a title. But if you keep them, all of them here, it's a title. So desire to have that title, because as you're moving on, it is changing. It is changing the prices. Then even when you say kama GNC, land is the old way. Where will you put a house? Where are flats put? Flats are on land. Everything is on land. Where is food coming from? It's not coming from heaven. It is coming from land. So land is the key thing in life. The key thing in life. So GNC think and think twice. See, you see, we usually say in our vernacular that kijana akiwa ameko juu ya mti na mzee ako hapa chini, mzee anaona bali kuliko kijana. You should allow us, your parents, sometimes to see for you. Because there are things I agree in totality. They are not valuable today for you. But to me, I know they will be valuable for you in years to come. So listen to our devices, despite we are analog. Just listen to us. We have seen more than you have seen. We have made mistakes that won't rough you, our GNCs, to make. So listen to us and listen to us carefully. We love you and we cannot get you astray.